In the heart of bustling Paris, a teenage girl stumbled out of the Seine, her clothes soaked and her memory fragmented. Her reflection on the water's surface revealed a face she did not recognize, framed by damp strands of chestnut hair. The only name that surfaced in her mind was Willow, yet it felt as foreign to her as the city she found herself in. Disoriented, Willow surveyed her surroundings, the looming Eiffel Tower standing as both a beacon and a mystery. She felt a strange mix of familiarity and alienation, her gut instinct propelling her through the labyrinthine streets of Paris. As she walked, fragments of another life flashed through her mind, hand-to-hand combat, hushed meetings in dimly lit rooms, the adrenaline of a life on the run. Without any identification or money, survival was her immediate goal. Ducking into a shadowy alleyway, she honed in on a small cafe, alive with the hum of conversation and clinking glasses. She assessed its patrons for an opportunity, her gaze landing on a distracted young man with an unattended wallet. Swiftly, Willow pocketed enough euros to keep her moving. Stepping back into the chaotic life of Paris, her newfound funds bought her a map and some bread, enough to allow a temporary reprieve from her immediate peril. Yet as she studied the map, a nagging intuition urged her south toward Montparnasse, a destination she could not explain, but one she could not ignore. Unbeknownst to Willow, her trail through Paris had not gone unnoticed. Men and women in nondescript clothing shadowed her every move, communicating in swift gestures and coded language, marking her next move with a precision that only hinted at their deep-seated interest in her existence. As night cloaked the city, Willow took refuge in a small hostel near Montparnasse. She found solace in a shared room, among other young travelers whose stories she listened to curiously, echoing with a sense of freedom and adventure. However, her sense of ease was short-lived. Outside, she noticed the same van parked in different spots, its presence as unsettling as her own incomplete memory. Driven by an inexplicable sense of urgency, she slipped out again, navigating by instinct. Willow realized she could trust no one, not even herself. As the dim glow of the streetlights cast elongated shadows, she knew she was being hunted. Her mission was yet unclear, but her instincts screamed of its importance. Crouching in the shadows of an old library, Willow caught her breath. Her heart raced with anticipation and an unshakable sense of purpose, as if unseen strings pulled her toward an inevitable confrontation. She studied the streets from her hiding spot, the city's rhythm now a familiar tempo that she moved in sync with. The sky above was a canvas of stars, indifferent to the silent war unfolding below. In the distance, footsteps echoed. The men who had tailed her emerged, their silhouettes outlined against the streetlights. Willow knew the time had come to confront them. Every fiber of her being, every blurred glimpse into her past, told her she was ready. With a calculated breath, she stepped into the open, her stance firm. The figures froze, surprised by her boldness. Words were unnecessary. Both sides understood the stakes. As if prompted by an unseen signal, the men advanced, their movements deliberate and synchronized. Willow moved too, her instincts kicking in. The training she couldn't consciously recall guided her every action. The fight was swift and brutal, a dance of reflexes and precision. Around them, the streets bore witness to her skill, a side of herself she barely comprehended yet executed with masterful grace. As the last opponent fell, Willow stood amidst the chaos, her mind a storm of adrenaline and uncertainty. A crowd had gathered, whispers of intrigue rippling through them as they watched the girl who moved like a seasoned operative. Willow knew she couldn't linger. Every second brought questions she wasn't ready to answer. Emerging from the scene, she ducked into another labyrinth of Parisian alleys. Her mind raced, pieces of a larger puzzle falling into place. She was more than an ordinary girl lost in a foreign city. She had a mission, a purpose she was only beginning to understand. Her destination, she realized, was not a place but a state of becoming, of embracing who she was meant to be. Pausing for a moment, she gazed at the glittering lights of the city that had both concealed her and revealed her identity. The sense of urgency that had driven her journey now coexisted with a newfound determination. As Willow vanished into the night, the obstacles she had overcome lay behind her, mere stepping stones on a larger path. Though her memories remained elusive shadows, one truth emerged with clarity: her life was hers to reclaim, and her destiny lay ahead, waiting in the dawn of a new day.